What's up, everybody? It's your host with the most, Rain Rockstar. I want to welcome y'all to the first episode of Spotlights. I got a guest today that's not only a producer, an artist, a mentor, and educator. Good friend, good brother all the way around, willing to help the next man, the last man, or anybody that needs it. I want to welcome y'all to the show. My man, Dre Meez. What's happening, man?
What's going on, Rain?
Man, slow motion, bro. Trying to, turn a nickel into a dollar, man.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
You've been working in the game a long time, bro. I think I met you when I was 17 through Willie Owen Elroy. And matter of fact, rest in peace, Elroy, man. Real good dude too. Came to
R.I.P. Avery.
the garage studio.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, when I came in the door, I'm expecting, you got something simple. It wasn't like that, man. It was literally real equipment. It was real professional to a T, to everything on the wall. If you remember the T swing thing on the wall and all that. And y'all was about y'all business because there was people outside waiting to pay and get their turn in, man.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that was a real monumental time. We was set up in Westwood. We refurbished the garage and turned it into a full recording studio. I think that probably was the first of its kind, in the area. We produced a lot of local acts as well as a lot of national acts came through that garage. That's a Dayton landmark now.
really, what name some of your locals and name some of the nationals, man.
Oh man, of course you had the tall entertainments, you had CC server, you had the early D cut, still jumping, flip side, anybody you can name,
Hey, I
from
heard flip
Dayton, they
side
came through
too.
that studio
You said
from
flip
that
side.
era, from that era.
Dig that. That's what's up, man. Um, if y'all don't know, born and raised in Ohio with my man here. We both from the same city, Dayton. Shout out to Dayton, love the city. Um, what made you get into production?
For as long as I can remember, man, we've been doing music. We was kind of born into it, you know. My dad had a gospel group, and they kind of they had a little name in the 70s and 80s. So when they would practice, all the equipment stayed at our house. They practiced in our basement. So on the days they weren't practicing, me and my brother, we'd go down in the basement. We'd be jamming out on their instruments, and you know, pops never got mad, or he was very supportive. So he saw we had a little talent, so he went out and bought us our own instruments, so we didn't have to mess with theirs. So he bought us electric guitar, bass guitar, drums, amps, and the rest was history.
Dig that. Dig that. What I was about to ask. So far as the studio, did y'all just it was did y'all pop start building that, or you and your brothers came up with the idea, put the money together, and seen the vision?
Well, how that came about, we used to pay to go to studios, and they were so costly. Me and my brother recorded our first demos at Cyber Techniques downtown Dayton, and we did two songs, and it took about 2 days. And in that process, it cost about $1,000, and this is late '80s. So my pops put up $1,000 for two songs. So from there, he said, "You know what? We can't spend this every time we want to do a song." So uh, he first redid the basement for us, and he started buying us. He bought us a 4-track and some keyboards and drum machines, and some speakers and things like that, and mics. And we started out with 4-track studio, and from the 4-track studio, we went up a little bit to like 8-track reel to reel recording. And then ADATs came out. So around the time we started to redo the garage, that's when it was around ADAT, and Pro Tools wasn't out yet. Everything was still analog, but yeah, well, by the time we got towards the maybe the early 90s, that's when everything started going digital. So we uh we started with Pro Tools. Yep.
Dig that. For a lot of people that don't know, when he say reel to reel, it's a tape about this big, and you literally feed it through the machine, and then it went down to something about that big.
I'd have been through every type of recording that there has been, like from the tape to the digital. I know how to do it all. So I'm a
I,
seasoned engineer, producer.
understatement, understatement. I popped up at the studio one day, and Elroy and your brother was in there. Now, me and your brother went in the booth and did a skit, and you could tell I was green because he kept pushing me back from the mic, like get back from the mic, get back from the mic, you too close.
Yeah.
I popped up on Elroy's album. What was it like for you and your brother growing up in the west side of Dayton, Ohio?
Well, when we were growing up, like I said, we grew up in Westwood. It was a tough neighborhood. Um, you either had to be good at sports or good at fighting, or a lot of kids from our neighborhood had musical talent because we from that era where doing music was still cool, playing instruments was cool. So all of our friends, we played instruments. So we was never any good at any sports or anything like that. We couldn't fight really. So our we stayed in the house, making music, and we got with the other talented kids from the neighborhood, and we started a little band. Ronald Frost, Myron Corley, Will Oldham, rest in peace. Those were the kids I hung with, and we had we was jamming, from age elementary on to high school, past high school.
Dig that. That's what's. I mean, that's dedication, man. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't understand instruments. Real keyboard, not a. I mean, a real piano, not a keyboard making a piano noise.
right,
And that's like it's a lost art nowadays in 2022. But it's something because um, you don't have a lot of requests for large bands or real
right,
instruments. But if you know music, you will know a real instrument when you hear one compared to a digital type sound.
right.
How did you end up hooking up with Elroy and doing Corp, like doing the music for the Corp and everything?
Actually, Elroy and my brother was good friends. They went to high school together, and Elroy. The first time I was introduced to Elroy, he brought his single "Freak On" to me. He had on cassette, and he
Yeah.
had went to some studio, and they charged him a lot. And probably went to the same studio we went to, and they busted his head. And so I was like, man, we could have did that for you. We got our studio. He's like, whatever. So he started messing with us right after he did Freak On. He never went back to another studio, and we just got tight after that. He's like, he became like my little brother. Yeah,
Dig that. You know what though, man? Since we from the same city and we would be in the same spots, boy, you kept it very cool. You'll be in the club, you just laid back, cool. Nobody would have known that anything, that you're a producer or artist, nothing. You just like average Joe if you didn't know.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember times when people was on stage and everything, you might be in the background just cool. You ain't throwing no bottles, you ain't throwing no money, you just enjoying
yeah,
yourself in the most coolest way.
yeah. That ain't me. I just always been the. I love playing the background, and that's to this day. I'm a producer, songwriter. I don't need to be in the forefront. I never did want to be like a out front star or artist or nothing like that. But you know, um, here in the past few years, my buddy, his name is Jose Estremera. They call him North. What happened was COVID hit, and I lost a couple buddies. Um, uh, and even before COVID, I lost a couple buddies to violence, such as Avery Green, Elroy, and I just felt it in my heart to write a song about, dedicated to them. Called Miss My Dogs. Like I said, I ain't no singer, rapper, nothing. I'm just a producer. But I just felt like I had to do that song for them.
Right.
And my buddy heard it and he's like, man, we gotta do a video for that, man. I said, man, I ain't doing no video. I ain't trying to be no singer and artist, nothing like that. He said, no, we gotta do a video. So we did a video for Miss My Dogs, and the response from it was so good, man. He put me in the studio and he said, we gotta do a whole album. I said, man, I'm not trying to be no artist. So he got me working on an album now, man. So, I'm gonna just roll with it and see what happens with it.
The Miss My Dogs, I actually heard it, man, and I heard some names in there, and I'm like, wow, he threw a message out there. Question is, did they hear it? Did they listen? But it's a dope track. Anybody can play it, from the coolest to the hardest person. If you lost somebody, or you trying to get a hold of somebody through some kind of vibe, that's the way to go. Matter of fact, tell them where to go to listen to it, download it, or whatever.
Okay, Miss My Dogs is on all digital platforms, Apple Music, YouTube, uh DistroKid, Amazon Music, Dre Meezy. I go by Dre Meezy. So if you type in Dre Meezy, on everything, every platform, you'll find my music. And please subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, Dre Meezy on YouTube.
What's the name of the album? Any idea?
No idea yet. So what I'm gonna do with that is I'll probably, whatever the hottest single is, I might just name it that. But as of right now, I don't have a title for an album at all.
Man, you kind of got that like, I want to do it, I don't want to do it, but you need to hear, man. Come on, man, bring it on out there, bro. Don't act like that.
Man, I'm going off the public, man. If they want it, that's when I'm gonna give it to them. People like it, so that's good. I'm getting good feedback, so I'm gonna roll with that.
That's what's up. And what's interesting that people don't know, the city where we from, it's weird a little bit, because it can show you a lot of love, but it can make things segregated because of either you with this crew or you with that crew. So everybody pick and choose sides, when at the end of the day, it's all about the music, instead of everybody realizing that by the time they realize it, it's 2-3 years later, 4 or 5 fights later, and shootouts later. And it's kind of senseless, man. So if you're getting good feedback now, that's what's needed, because the music that you and your brother make is not just feel good music. It's got like a smooth Maze and Frankie Beverly sound, as well as a classic hip hop sound. Like you stick it to the roots.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I'm from the
saying?
era, man, where you know what I'm saying, we loved every style of music. It wasn't just, one track, wasn't about no cruise, wasn't about no, you know what I'm saying? We loved everything. You from Wu-Tang to Tupac, you know what I'm saying? So and your R&B, Mary J, Faith Evans, Carl Thomas. So
And
I
shit, you
think
got
now they kind of pick and choose, and they kind of everybody tries to sound the same. So from my background, it's not in me to just try to sound like someone else or do what's hot at the moment. I'm trying to incorporate, some of all those elements that, where anybody can like it. And as far as the crew thing, back in you had your TEs and your D cuts and your DBMs back then, but they were more so movements, and the city got behind them, and they really supported those groups. And we that's what we need to get back to, the city supporting their artists and getting behind them and helping them, because
right.
it's a lot easier now with these digital platforms, so they don't have to, fly to Atlanta, fly to California, fly to New York. You can get, what I'm saying, get big in your own city, and you know, distro kids your music and become, you don't need a record deal now. You can do everything right from your home.
Shit, I got one better for you. The new generation don't understand about printing up 100 flyers, printing up 100 CDs, and just
Oh
here,
no.
here, 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 passing them out on cars and whatnot. For real.
Yeah, the digital revolution, it's got them spoiled, and they really don't know that. We used to have to spend money getting on planes, and we used to have to spend $25,000 on a music video.
Mm-hmm.
So we had it hard back in there. It was so hard to get your music heard. You see, you had to drive or fly to Atlanta. You had to go to New York. You had to go to LA to these conventions. You don't have to do all that anymore. It's everything is within your reach. You got a hot song, put a little money behind it, you can win these days.
Mm-hmm. I mean, shit. I mean, it's like any hustle. You got to spend the money to make the money. And that's still a unpracticed art on that end. Everybody feel like, well, I could just step out here and be the man. It cost. It's not cheap.
Now you got to put a little money in yourself, invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You spend all this money on jewelry and Jordans and clothes and bottles. Put a little money behind promotion. That's the main key of winning is marketing and promotion. You can
Facts.
have the hottest song in the world that no one ever heard if you don't put no promotion behind it. So that's where I'm at these days, marketing and promotion.
Mm-hmm. So mentorship, how did you start that, and where are you at with that right now?
Um, I've been mentoring since like 95. We had a program in Dayton here called K4L, Keys to Life or Kings for Life, whichever one you want to use. And we had a lot of good, you know, first of all, it was a program for at-risk teen boys, and a lot of artists that we know today that's kind of got a name came out of that. We had DJ Dub was in there, Yellow Pain was in that program, Coogee Bay was in that program. It was a lot of boys that came through that program that that rocked with me. Um, Government shut it down. I was sad, and them boys were sad when that program stopped. Um, it was excellent, man. I'm gonna try to get that back going. It was an after school program. When they got out of school, buses would pick them up at wherever their high school was. They come there to our building. They had to do homework first. They had to bring some books and some homework. Then we'd have lecture. We have speakers like Brother Shackleford, or different speakers from around the city, black men. And after the homework and the speakers, we taught them how to use the studio. We taught them how to record. We taught them how to DJ. We had a DJ teaching them how to DJ and make mixes and blend music. We had a graphic design. And if you didn't want to do none of that, we just had, video games, PS5, PS3 at that time, and Xboxes. So, and we fed them, and we sent them home about 8 or 9 o'clock on the bus. We'd take them right home, and the stipulation of the program, you had to keep your grades at you had to have a certain grade point. You didn't have to have all A's, all B. As long as you was passing your classes, you could stay in our program. And I think we had about 15 boys graduate out of that program.
That's what's up.
Ordinarily those boys wouldn't have made it at all. But we were kind of like, it was like a big brother program, and I'm gonna try to get that back going here, because that was for Dayton, that we need that. We need that, because our
Yeah.
boys are, they fall into the wrong hands if nobody show them that they care about them. So
Right.
we're gonna get that back rolling.
I mean, that's man. Definitely, congratulations on that back then, and definitely getting it rolling will be something to do, because it's like nowadays a lot of programs for the youth that don't exist or people never heard of them. Because like I said, when we was kids, you can go to the park and get in the program or get a free lunch or learn something. Now it's It's obsolete. It don't even exist
Yeah,
no more. You got to pay
it's
for it.
hard to find programs like that now. So that's why they out here in these streets. You know, that's all they got. That's all they
Yeah.
got.
And this home is crazy, man. It's getting worse too. It's like we a big city, but we not, and it's like it's steady just doing this
Yeah,
entirely
yeah,
on a daily basis.
yeah. It is. It's getting bad, and you know, it's a lot of people trying to get programs and stuff together. It's just I don't know, man. It's city is it ain't a lot for these kids to do. So that's the main thing. If we can get some some programs together and have them. If they're a lot of them not athletic, athletics help a lot of our kids. But like you say, like when I was younger, I wasn't athletic, so you got to have something else for them to do, or they're gonna be on these streets.
Right. I mean, like when we was kids, if you wasn't athletic, you had the music room. You can go in this room and play on the computer because that was coming up then, or you can go in this room and it's board games, or people just sit in the room and talk. Hey, you staying out of trouble, just stay in the room and talk for a couple hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's we got to get back to that. We need more mentors and more male role models, black male role models. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? I try to be that every day. I don't have a program no more, but I'm in the school system, so
Okay.
I try to make it my thing that even if you're not in my class, I speak to all the young men. If I see them acting up, I don't fuss them out. I kind of surprise them. I'm like, "What's your name?" And they tell me their name. They don't want to tell me their name because they think they're in trouble.
Right.
I might just say, watch your mouth, watch that language or whatever. And I say, from that point on, every time I see them, I'm like, "What's up?" And I say their name, and they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, but they used to it. They, now they call me uncle or whatever, and that's what I want. Let them know somebody care about them.
Yeah, and that's all it is, man. They just really want somebody to speak to them normal, teach them something, and show that somebody there. But at the same time, pride is a thing because you don't want to look. They don't want to look soft in front of their homeboys.
Right.
But at the end of the day, how are you looking soft because you spoke or because somebody say I love you or care, man? Cut it out.
Yeah, yeah. And it spreads because like the cat, that I make friends with, I might not know his other cats, and they come around me, they acting up. He be the one say, "Yo, chill out, chill out. That's
Right.
tough." So that's how you spread it. What I'm saying? You gotta earn respect is, what I'm saying? You gotta earn respect. You know what I'm saying? It's not given.
And again, another lost practice art that people feel like you owe them something. Now you got to earn it. We had to earn that back then. It was hard to earn somebody's respect because the
Yeah.
simplest thing would turn somebody off. Like, man, I ain't messing with you, dude. I'm about to the left.
It's easy to write the kids off, because they might be a certain kind of way. But I'm from the hood, and these kids from the hood, I'm like, somebody could have wrote me off. I could have been doing a lot of other things, but I had, caring parents that had put, some thought and some support into me, poured into me and my brother. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I gotta, I was fortunate and blessed to have two supportive, great parents.
Dig that. Yeah, that support is a bad thing. That's a beautiful thing to have because you got it. The sky's the limit.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Who are you producing now?
Oh man, I got a lot on my plate right now. Um, at the top, the ones getting the most of my work right now is young lady out of Atlanta. Her name is a Dose of Terry. She
Mm-hmm.
got a nice buzz going on right now. Look for her album this summer, and she's a Instagram influencer. So y'all go check her out on Instagram. A Dose of Terry. It's spelled just like it sounds. A Dose of Terry, one word.
Literally one word. Facts.
And we have DeMarco got two projects coming out. He's got a album. It's dedicated to hip hop. Then he got another album coming out. It's mostly mainstream radio joints and club joints. Um, Taiwan Dwayne. Um, that's my brother. He's working on his album. I don't really produce him a lot. I lend my hand. He got his own. He produced all his own stuff, but I just add my little 2 cent to it. I might record him here and there. That's Dream On. We got another guy out of New York, Staxrilla,
Mm-hmm.
and we got we've been working with Timo Goody out of Atlanta, and who else
Yes.
we got? Philippia, she's from Miami. She also lives in Atlanta. And who else we got? That I think. Oh, and me and myself. Uh, and just finished mixing and mastering a guy from Dayton, K Cap. He's a legend in the city. He's got about 100 albums. And
uh
this is crazy that I'm doing this whole, well, I'll say 80% of this new album. And I did his first project as well. So we reconnected. That's
KCAP.
it for me right now.
KCAP. Used to be KT Capital, right?
Yeah, he changed it to
I remember him.
K Cap the Don.
KCAP the done. Yeah, I seen the video and I'm like, he looked familiar. I say he looked like the KT Capital from back in the time. Same cat.
Same cap, same cap.
Matter of fact, speaking of a dose of Terry, her and DeMarco 275 will be on the show next week. So we're gonna definitely be blessed with their presence and they're gonna get to tell you the fun things and everything they about.
Okay, man. Can't wait to see it.
Um, you do have a website where people can purchase beats as well as lease beats. Tell them about that.
I have a account with Beat Stars, and I got a lot of my beats available on Beat Stars. Or if I ain't got nothing on there you can contact me at Dre Meezy at gmail.com. That's DREMEEZY at gmail. Yeah, I'm gonna put some more beats on. I only got about 20 beats up on there, but yeah, you can contact me that way. I make custom beats. I've been doing it for a long time now. So if I can't give you what you need, I can lead you in another direction where who can do it for you. But I'm pretty sure I can do it for you.
And go ahead and be real. Pat yourself on the back and tell them you can make a damn good hot beat, man. Tell them go ahead and quit playing. Quit
One thing I can do, I can make some beats.
What's the process when you go into a studio? Do you have an idea what you're gonna do, or you just?
No, man, I just sit down at the keys and it's like divine. Whatever comes through my fingers, you know what I'm saying? I just start pressing, see what comes out. You never know what you're gonna get when you sit down. You don't have an idea, and sometimes you have an idea, man, when you're using like a sample or something. But original beats, you just sit down and whatever comes to mind, you just put it down. I work with Logic and Pro Tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because people don't know when people who making beats or if a group go in the studio, they don't know it's not you go in, play a chord, and I say hit, let's make a song. You might be in there 3 days and come up with a hit, or might be in there one day and come up with nothing. People don't understand that process.
Usually, if I make a song and it hits me right then, I usually write the song the same day. My brother's the same way. It don't happen like that every beat, but if it's hot, I'm gonna write it right then and there while I'm already in the groove.
Dig that.
Yeah. I think a lot of producers do it that way. While you're already in the zone, just go ahead and write it down.
So for ghostwriting, is it easy for you to write for somebody else, or you gotta study them a little bit or already know them?
I have to know them a little bit. I usually I write for a lot of R&B artists. So I what I do is I just get into their character and see what I think they would talk about or how they would want to present a song. So I guess it's what you call what channeling. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
say.
Listen, make up a word. It'll work. We won't. I
Yeah,
promise. I
yeah,
will. That's what's up, man. That's
yeah.
beautiful, bro. Definitely. Where you what studio you got your own studio built now, or you got another studio somewhere?
Um, I got my own studio. Ty has his own studio. Sometimes I work out of my homeboy Ronald Frost studio. Um, we got Safe House. My boy Dre, he has his own studio. I haven't worked a lot out of there, but those are the guys I deal with. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's easier now because, like I said,
I,
back then it was maybe 4 or 5 studios in the city, if, and it was about an hour.
it's a lot of home studios now. So studio business kind of suffered a little bit. So that's why everybody just kind of has their own thing. So what I have is it's not like what I had back in the day on Dryden, like a industrial building. And it's not even like the garage we had. It's just a little, personal setup. But it gets the job done just for me. If I want to go to a real professional studio to mix and master, I will go to Peanut.
And that studio on Dryden is really, they need to make that a landmark because there was a lot of cuts made in that studio, still getting played today. For
Shout
real.
out Mo Beats, my mentor, my
Rest in
coach,
peace,
taught me
Mo.
everything. Raise the bar still going.
Really.
Dawn is still keeping Mo's legacy alive. She's still going. She still got Raise the Bar going. It's in Vandalia now, but it's still going strong. Shout out Dawn.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Rest in peace, Mo Beats, man. Good dude too. Definitely
Man, that
good
was
dude.
that was my guy, man. Think about him every day. He taught me,
Yeah,
he taught me the game, taught me everything I need to know about mixing, mastering, and what I'm saying, just life. He was my coach.
that's what's up, bro. Hey,
Yes,
you
sir.
learn because it's definitely paying off, and you passing the torch on. So it's
Yes,
definitely
sir.
not being in vain and nothing like that.
Yeah. Hey,
So,
man.
how did you end up on Faceland Records? Let's talk about that.
Faceland, okay. Like I said, my homie Jose, we call him Big North. We met at Central State in the 90s. Like, he got there in 92, so I met him in 92. And we've been recording together ever since then. He was instrumental in getting Tall Entertainment, all the record deals we had. He made the introductions and walked us to a lot of the important people we talked to land our deals. So here it is, 30 years later, he decided to reboot his Faceland. He always had Faceland Records. So he decided to reboot with me.
Okay.
And I was his first, on the reboot, I was his first artist. Um and now he has I think we have 5 or 6 artists now. So yeah, he's also the owner of Agnes Eats here in Dayton. He bought the old Wimpy's building, and he got some of the best Caribbean food that you ever want to eat.
He used
And
to
he
be
has
on
he
Pee
had a
Wee.
has a new location in New York. He just opened. He's gonna open another one in Miami. So yeah, he's a real cool cat, man. And he got the clothing line and clothing store also here in Dayton called Gems. and the
Okay.
name of his clothing line is Energy. We gotta get them shirts to you
Appreciate
ASAP.
it.
And
Appreciate it.
yeah, man, he's a big entrepreneur, man. I strive to be like him.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
what the city need, man. It need a little bit of rebuilding on some things. And you brought down um Agnes. I remember when it was on Kiwi in the little old rallies,
yeah.
checker building.
That was his first restaurant.
Yeah, then they went to White Tower, White Tower. Yeah, they down. They know exactly what you're talking about downtown too.
Yeah, yeah. He right there at that old Wimpy's building, right there on East Third.
Are y'all gonna
So
do a showcase or anything for the city, or y'all gonna do like a compilation album or anything?
we're gonna do a showcase with all of our artists. We were trying to get it done for Thanksgiving, but it was kind of rushed and we didn't get to put it together. But so we're gonna shoot for the summertime. We're gonna either do it here or Atlanta, and we're gonna set it up where we have a lot of execs come and listen to us. It's more like a listening party.
Okay.
But we're not gonna do like a. I don't think we're gonna do like a compilation. We're just gonna just present what we have, and who knows, we might try to do a project or something all together.
Man, send me the info, man. I'll definitely swing through, bro. For real,
For
for real.
sure, for sure.
Half of y'all been knowing, like I said, since I was 17, and y'all been putting in that time. That
Yes,
OG.
sir. Yes, sir.
So how many songs will be on your album, man?
Um, these days they shoot for like 10, 11. So I'm gonna go about somewhere in that range, 10 or 11 songs. No more than that.
Or do the old school seven track EP and call it.
Yeah, that's
That
real. I might do that too. Then I got enough for that right now, but I'm gonna keep working to see. And I'm gonna have all the best ones, pick from the best ones.
Good question. What is the release date? Any ideas?
Uh, no release date as of yet. I'm just gonna say summertime, summer 2023.
Okay. As an artist, a singer, who were your inspiration to make you want to I'm gonna say imitate, because that's what pretty much how it starts, make you imitate and adjust your voice, or kind of pick a little gem or nugget from them? What was your inspiration?
Um, I I imitate, and this on the production tip. I would say Teddy Riley, um, Dr. Dre, Jam and Lewis.
Okay.
Those are my idols. Pharrell. So Diddy,
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri. So those are the people I kind of often pattern my career or trying to capture, some of the things they've done. I pattern my life after, kind of that way.
If you do a Diddy beat, man, don't let me catch you on there dancing, man. In the shiny suit.
Now you might catch me. I'll be shining all the time.
Clean today, got the glasses on, fresh, and the beard there together. He ready today. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gotta stay ready, man. I gotta
Tell them all the time. Got to be what's camera, boom, ready to, on the spot. We try to
on the
tell.
spot.
And
On
on
the
the singing
spot.
side, who got you on the singing side?
Uh my dad, man, he was instrumental in he was like I said, he was a gospel singer, so I patterned my style after him. He's still a cold-blooded singer. Stevie Wonder,
Hmm.
Luther. My favorite singer of this new gen is Chris Brown. He's
Okay.
my all-time favorite male singer right now. Female wise, I'm gonna go Beyonce and Kim Burrell. She gospel singer.
Okay. On a Chris Brown, I didn't think you would say nobody that new. I thought you would have been still back in the golden era. I didn't think you would say nobody. That caught me off guard.
Man, I love Chris Brown, man. I'm a Chris Brown fanatic.
He hellified in the
That's a little
past.
secret about me. I just like how he changed with the times. You know, he was the last of the R&B singers of our style R&B. You know what I'm saying? He was the last, but now he's like he's on the new style, and he's still doing him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't too much. He ain't too much away from the R&B. He still got the elements, so I dig him.
I mean, if you can change your style a little bit to fit what the time is and still stay true to your roots and still sell records and make
Yeah.
money, why not? Why not?
Yes, sir.
You know, because it becomes a problem when you and you start losing your fans or start kind of sounding
Yes,
like
sir.
this man, that man, and that man.
Right.
So
I'm on the interview. Yeah,
family.
right. I don't mean to cut you short, brother. I gotta get on up out of here.
Yeah, you
I
got the
gotta go
phone
do a
too.
gig. And my riders they waiting on me.
Tell them keep the meter running.
Yeah, keep the meter running, keep it running for me. I'm coming.
But I appreciate you. Blessings for real. I appreciate you coming on.
But I
Give me,
appreciate you having me, man.
I mean, no problem,
This
man.
this was I appreciate the love. Look like this show gonna be a success, man. It's I can't wait to see the other episodes, man. And congrats on your first episode,
Thank you.
and thank you for choosing me.
Oh yeah, bro. Listen, like I said, I've been around. I've seen everything going. I've been in, seen everything from the good to bad, everything that city had to offer. Man, I definitely want to get some more people from the city because
Yes,
our
sir.
city need to. We got good talent there, but people just haven't seen it. They haven't discovered.
Yeah. We gonna try to put Dayton's name back out there on the map. You know, we gonna 2023 summer 2023 Baseland Records coming. We gonna flood the city, flood the world
Tell them.
with this hot dream on Baseland, DeMarco, Taiwan Dwayne, Dosa Terry, Felipia, Timo Goody. So everybody be on the lookout for all those projects. Produce, you know, Dre Meezy producer. Yeah, be on the lookout.
Man, tell them where to find you one more time, man.
Say what it is.
Tell them where to find you one more time.
At Dre Meezy on everything: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. On Facebook, it's my government. It's Dremel Tucker. That's DREMEL Tucker. And yeah, that's how you can find me. YouTube Dre Meezy.
Appreciate it, bro, man. Much love to the city, Dayton, Ohio. Love everybody. Next week we got DeMarco 275, a dose of Terry coming on. Next, when the year come in, I'm definitely gonna get Taiwan Dwayne on there because I got a bunch of questions for him. And
Yes, sir.
Man, y'all get out there and get that music, man. Support, show y'all love. This is the Spotlight, the host with the most, Brain Rockstar, and I see y'all.
Peace.